The unification of Germany in the 19th century. The unification of Germany in the 19th century was a pivotal event in European history that led to the creation of a single, unified nation-state from a collection of independent states and kingdoms. The movement for German unification, also known as the Deutsche Einigungsprozess, was led by a number of key figures, including Otto von Bismarck, who served as the Chancellor of Prussia. The movement for German unification began in the 1850s, and was driven by a number of factors, including economic, social, and political changes that were taking place in Europe at the time. Economic growth and modernization had led to the development of a strong middle class in the German states, which had begun to demand more rights and representation in government. Additionally, the decline of the Ottoman Empire and the weakening of the Austrian Empire had created a power vacuum in Central Europe that many Germans sought to fill. Bismarck, who served as the Chancellor of Prussia, was one of the key figures in the unification of Germany. He sought to create a strong, centralized government that would be able to modernize and industrialize the country. He formed alliances with other European powers and used military force to achieve his goals, culminating in the defeat of Austria in the Austro-Prussian War of 1866 and the Franco-Prussian War of 1870–1871. The unification of Germany was not without its challenges and controversies. Many of the smaller German states opposed the idea of a unified Germany and feared losing their autonomy and cultural identity. Additionally, there were also significant economic and social differences between the various regions of Germany, which made it difficult to create a unified government and society. Despite these challenges, the unification of Germany was ultimately successful. In 1871, the German Empire was created, with Wilhelm I of Prussia as its first emperor. This marked the end of the Deutsche Einigungsprozess and the beginning of a new era in German history. The unification of Germany had a significant impact on the country and the world. It created a strong, centralized government that was able to modernize and industrialize the country, resulting in significant economic growth. The unification of Germany also had an impact on the politics of Europe and the world, as it marked the emergence of a new nation-state and the decline of the old order. The unification of Germany also had a significant impact on the people of Germany. It created a sense of national identity and pride among the people and helped to create a shared culture and history. However, it also led to the suppression of regional identities and cultures and the marginalization of certain groups, such as the Bavarians and the Austrians. In conclusion, the unification of Germany in the 19th century was a pivotal event in European history that led to the creation of a single, unified nation-state from a collection of independent states and kingdoms. The movement for German unification, led by figures such as Otto von Bismarck, was driven by a number of factors, including economic, social, and political changes that were taking place in Europe at the time. Despite the challenges and controversies, the unification of Germany was ultimately successful and had a significant impact on the country and the world. It played a major role in shaping the future of Germany, and had a lasting impact on the politics, economy, and culture of the country. The unification of Germany also brought along significant territorial changes. The new German Empire consisted of 25 states, which included most of the German-speaking territories in Central Europe, with the exception of Austria. This led to the inclusion of territories that had a different culture, history, and economic conditions from the traditional German states, such as the Kingdom of Saxony, the Grand Duchy of Baden, and the Kingdom of Hanover. This brought along the challenge of integrating these territories into the new empire and dealing with the cultural and economic differences between them and the traditional German states. Another significant impact of the German unification was the rise of German nationalism sentiments. The creation of a unified nation-state led to the emergence of a strong sense of nationalism, pride and identity among the German people. This had a significant impact on the country's foreign policy and led to the emergence of Germany as a major power in Europe. The German Empire became one of the most powerful and influential nations in Europe, and this rise in power and influence led to tensions with other European nations, which ultimately led to the outbreak of the First World War. The German unification also had a significant impact on the economy of the country. The new empire had a strong industrial base, which led to significant economic growth and modernization. The government implemented policies to promote industrialization, such as the construction of railroads, and the implementation of protective tariffs. This helped to spur economic growth and create jobs for the people. However, the rapid industrialization and modernization also led to the emergence of social and economic problems, such as poverty, inequality, and unemployment. In conclusion, the unification of Germany in the 19th century was a pivotal event in European history that had a significant impact on the country and the world. The movement for German unification, led by figures such as Otto von Bismarck, was driven by a number of factors, including economic, social, and political changes that were taking place in Europe at the time. The unification brought significant territorial changes, the rise of German nationalism sentiments, and significant economic growth and modernization. However, it also brought along challenges such as the integration of territories with different cultures and economic conditions, the emergence of social and economic problems, and tension with other European nations. The German unification played a major role in shaping the future of Germany, and had a lasting impact on the politics, economy, and culture of the country.